a great art exhibition, the art doesn't stop at the edge of the frames. The show itself is a work of art and design. Join us inside the National Gallery of Art for the making of Cézanne in Provence, as the designer and the curator together find their way.
When I first conceived the show, the idea was to look at Cézanne's work in Provence, but it hadn't occurred to me necessarily that one would do it site by site. Really, as I began to read and to study more about Cézanne and to visit the places where he worked in the south of France, then it seemed clear that we needed to conceive the show around these particular sites.
An exhibition has to tell a story.
I worked with a floor plan of the galleries and laid out gallery by gallery each thematic room as I thought it should look.
This has a good color.
The curator brings a vision to the table. The designer makes it work.
This has the soffit. They'll cut the light down.
Our job as an exhibit designer is to make the art look as good as it possibly can.
All right, well, here's the colors that we started with.
Philip was in Provence a couple of months before I was, and he took a picture on a street market of a spice vendor. And it's absolutely beautiful. It could just as easily be a colorist's set of colors.
And Mark and I had a discussion, could we use some of these colors in the galleries?
But the colors that we initially picked were far too bright. So we've taken the initial color and we've muted it down.
To best serve the art, you've got to think like an artist.
You need to trust that very small voice that speaks one time very softly.
This WETA Extra is made possible by a generous grant from the Eugene B. Casey Foundation.